Now that we've set up the time and date on LS-100 scale, we're ready to program the label formatting. If we go to our manual on page 66, it'll show us our various label styles that you can format onto this particular scale. We will be using an 8010 label, so we're going to go and show you how to program and format that particular label. An example for a supermarket, let's say, they will probably be using an 8040 label in regards to the safe handling message they're going to need for their fish and meat products. After you've figured out what label you will be using for your scale, you're going to go into your programming screen to format that particular label. CESC set will take us to the programming password screen. Put our password, which is 4 zeros, followed by print, and we're back at our programming screen. Once you're in the programming screen, you're going to go to option 7, which are label settings. In the label settings, we're going to focus on the label feed adjustment. So let's go ahead and hit print. The number you're seeing here is the vertical position of where the letters at the bottom of your label will be. The highest number you can set that to is 40. 40 being off this label, actually, the lowest point. Whereas something like 25 would be just a bit higher vertically. I'm going to set this to 25. I'm going to hit print. And it's going to take me to the second option, which is a label format setting. Now, in order to find out what label format setting you need, you're going to need to go into your manual, find the label that you have installed onto your label printer. We used 8010. Now, 8010 has 3 different options to set it as, 33 to 35. I'm going to select 33. 33 is going to display 2 large title names, or 2 lines where you can put your title of a product on. Whereas something like 35 will give you just 1 line on top with very large letters. 34 will do 3 lines, 1 title with 2 small lines for your ingredients. So I've set my label format to 33. Now let's go quickly find out what's going on with the label itself. So we're going to get out of the screen, ESC, and set. I'm going to test out one of the labels. And I hit print. This is my first test label. I only have my store name on there. My address hasn't been showing. And print one more. And your second label should be correct. The first one will always have a margin of error. So print out a second one and see how that's going on. Let's go. So now that you've formatted your label, you're ready to start adding PLUs and doing other programming on your scale. Lastly, I just want to mention, keep in mind that we did program a particular label on this video. It's an 8010 label. This label can work for many things, but not for everything. So keep that into consideration. We mentioned the supermarket example before, where they would probably need some safe handling labels. That safe handling label will need just a slightly different programming. In terms of the feed adjustment, we did mention that the vertical control would be a number from 25 to 40, so you can mess around with that. On this particular label, my address is slightly to the bottom of the label. If I wanted to adjust that, I would have to go to the label feed adjustment.